Bonjour, comment allez-vous? This is Crypto Kid Podcast. Welcome everybody. And today we discuss Bitcoin passes 76,000 US dollars for the Trump victory, the Trump dub. Thank you for being here. Today is Thursday. It is November 7th, 2025. The election has been called in favor of Donald J. Trump, even while they continue to count votes in California. California is only at 55% of the votes, and Donald Trump is trailing there by 1,700,000 votes, but they've only counted 55% of the votes. In Arizona, they've counted 69% of the votes with approximately 500,000 votes left. And Ruben Gallego is leading Kari Lake by 53,000 votes, and that lead has been cut by 8,000 votes. It is expected that once this is all played out and the remaining 500,000 votes have been tallied, that Kari Lake will be named the next senator-elect of the state of Arizona. So this is great news for the Trump campaign, great news for the Harris campaign. Trump is leading also in the vote count in Arizona as well as Nevada. He's leading in all these remaining states. It is said that in Illinois and Colorado, or Illinois and New Mexico, that Trump should grab those votes. But hey, I'm still a little skeptical, and I believe that Donald Trump is losing by 1,700,000 votes, but they've only counted 55% of the California votes. And that is, I believe, all in the San Francisco Bay Area where I'm from, but from Vallejo, Napa Valley, all the way to the Oregon border, they have not finished counting those votes. And those are conservative rural areas, mountainous regions. And then in Southern California, they have not finished counting the votes from Los Angeles County all the way down to the Mexican border in San Diego. And I believe once they finish those counts, that Donald Trump will actually surpass Kamala Harris in the popular vote in the state of California. And I would tell Steve Garvey, even though you've conceded, I would wait it out, because when they're finished tallying the votes, Steve Garvey could come out if they've only, like, Steve Garvey is foolish. With only 55% of the votes tallied, Steve Garvey conceded to Adam Schiff. And that's wrong to do. They still haven't certified. So until they certify, Steve Garvey could still pull this out. And that is what I'm anticipating. I believe that the fake news media called the election in Adam Schiff's favor with 50% of the vote. Now they're at 55% of the vote. Steve Garvey can still pull it out. And let's look at Adam Schiff. Let's look at the Adam Schiff election results, because they've only counted 50. So AP Press has said Adam Schiff won. But if we look at it, okay, let's be real about this. Adam Schiff is leading by 1.4 million votes. But like I said, they've only counted 55% of the vote. So until they certify this election is not over. Just like in Arizona, Kari Lake wisely has not conceded to Ruben Gallego. And Steve Garvey, you better get back in the game, get off your couch, get your head back in the game. The game is not over. The game is not over until the fat lady sings the blues. And they have 45% of the vote still to tally up. So Steve Garvey, get off your couch, call a news conference and see what is going to happen. Everybody, I have a knock at the door. I gotta go see what that is. I will be right back. This is live in the live podcast. These are the type of things that happen, boys and girls. My dog is outside barking ferociously, and that is just an Amazon delivery. Now the doggy is coming back. He might decide to come in. So when you're look, he's going crazy. So now I got to get up and go get him. Hi, hi, good boy. You want to come in? Yeah, that was the Amazon delivery guy. See, like, hey, people, when you do these podcasts live and you're at home, you have all kind of things. Yes, that's a good doggy. The dog is barking because he heard the Amazon delivery guy entering the property, and then I heard a knock at the door. So there's packages that I need to retrieve, and then the dog went crazy. Now the dog is in, but the dog wants to go back outside. Animals, he's having a good time. And so, getting back to what I was discussing, so there's a lot going on that's still yet to be called. But with the news headlines, what's important is that if we go here, also, London Breed is losing by 12 points in San Francisco. So it is unlikely that London Breed is going to be reelected the mayor of San Francisco. And I would say when you look at the amount of fentanyl, that like I did security. I lived in San Francisco for 2 years, and the amount of fentanyl that was there, the amount of people I had to deal with on fentanyl that I thought was dead, the amount of people on crystal meth that I had to confront, like on the property of Safeway, on Market Street in Dolores in the Haight-Ashbury district. Um, I'm sorry, in the Castro, I had people try to stab me that were on crystal meth, and the amount of broken windows. Every fourth car, gets a broken window every night in San Francisco, and as a result, California has changed its auto insurance policies, so your broken window is not included in the insurance policy, so you have to pay that um, out of your pocket. And this is just absolutely crazy. And so Daniel Lurie is a descendant of Levi Strauss, who founded Levi's Jeans. And he probably, just came out and said, hey, I'm going to lower crime, lower the amount of broken windows on cars, because it's all over the Marina District, all over everywhere in San Francisco. The Pacific Heights, no matter where you live, at night, people roam the streets breaking car windows. And then the amount of fentanyl that's flooded into the city of San Francisco, and then crystal meth. So the crime problem has been a very big problem in the city of San Francisco, and London Breed needed to deal with that, and she didn't. And the voters are making their voice heard. Now, getting back to Donald Trump and Bitcoin, Donald Trump is the first U.S. Bitcoin president. And I did go through the headlines, but I'll recap them again. This is AP News, and they don't ever report on Donald Trump and cryptocurrency, but Trump's win ignites a crypto frenzy that sends Bitcoin to a record high. It's interesting that they're listed as the top story, and they never talk about Trump and Bitcoin or Bitcoin. CNBC says, here's what Trump promised the crypto industry ahead of the election. And then Time Magazine, what Trump's election win means for crypto. So this is an exciting time. Bitcoin is already above the price of 76,000 US dollars, and it will soar past 85,000 US dollars by next Wednesday. Mark my word, it will surge past, and there should be a snapback. Watch for the pullback. And then I still don't believe we're out of the woods. I believe from today until the certification of January 6, 2025, we are not out of the woods as far as lawsuits that the Harris campaign and the Democratic Party may file at the last minute through Mark Elias surprising us. Like we cannot take anything for granted, even though she said that there will be a peaceful transition of power, even though Joe Biden came out this morning earlier and said there will be a peaceful transition of power. I believe that to be true. that there will be a peaceful transition of power. And now Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have locked themselves into that guarantee, and they have to do that. But that does not, when she left, she did not give a good concession speech. She left saying that she was going to continue the fight and fight and fight. And that means, and she said specifically, we're going to continue to fight in the courts. So I'm telling you, this election is not over, even though she publicly, Kamala Harris publicly conceded the election to Donald J. Trump. And she also said there's going to be a peaceful transition of power. She also left the stage saying that they will continue to fight in the courts, meaning that they will continue to file lawsuits for this election and future elections. They are not going to give up on this. And then in addition to this, Letitia James of New York, the attorney general, came out and said that we're prepared to fight some more. Like, that is the most insane statement by an attorney general. And she has already been ostracized and shunned for that statement. But the woman is a psychopath, and she's been elected. But hey, we just had Joe Biden, who it was clear in the 2020 debate that he was already suffering from some mental ailment, but still they elected him, meaning the Democrats helped to cheat to get that vote in his favor. And then the whole 4 years when he was showing distinct cognitive difficulties, Kamala Harris and the whole Democratic Party continued to ignore it, as well as the mainstream media. The mainstream media were complicit and assisted in this cover-up of the mental decline of Joe Biden. So legacy media, mainstream media is just a relic of the past, and it will not be along much further. Hold on, the dog is barking. All right, it's okay. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Okay, we're almost done with this podcast, but I got a lot of things going on in the household. Come here, Nick Nack. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Good boy. Come here. All right. So I'm well protected. Nick Nack is not going to allow anything harmful to come my way. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay. And then, so, this is just ridiculous. And I'm telling you, legacy media, ABC, NBC, CBS, and then MSNBC, CNN, these are all relics of the past, and all 5 of them will file for bankruptcy in the next 3 to 5 years. In addition to that, printed media, the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, what else? Forbes magazine, Bloomberg Report. People are not going to buy these pieces of media anymore. There's no need to physically, I am not paying a penny to Bloomberg Report and the Wall Street Journal and Forbes, which floated the same fake lies that the New York Times put out there. So, and all 4 of these printed medias will be filing for bankruptcy as well and purchase pennies on the dollar. And people do not trust legacy media anymore. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. People now are watching podcasts here on YouTube. They're consuming their information on Facebook. They're getting their media from other sources of Medium. And, so bye-bye. And the truth is right here on YouTube, on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We're telling the truth on X, and Elon Musk is driving the car and leading the charge for independent press and freedom of speech. And that's what we need on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and not just Twitter X. Elon Musk should not be the only one allowing freedom of speech. YouTube needs to change its policies as well for more freedom of speech instead of censorship. Zuckerberg is already saying that he's going to change a lot of his policies. So I think this election is bringing a lot of changes that we as Americans need, because we need that freedom of speech so we can have dialogue. So if we disagree, we can meet in a public forum, even on social media, and discuss our disagreements, our grievances. And that's how you resolve things. If one side censors the other, then emotions and tension build up, and then there's a crescendo. So with that, this is the Crypto Kid signing out. Remember, the future is crypto. Look forward to Bitcoin soaring past 85,000 US dollars within the next week, definitely in 2024. And once Donald Trump is inaugurated, look for Bitcoin to surge past 150,000 US dollars. With that, this is the Crypto Kid signing out.